Oh, yeah, Dabo! Fight, Tigers, fight, Tigers, fight, fight, fight!
Oh, Mr. Nick Saban shed a tear, man.
Oh, I don't know what you did, Val, but hey, he did.
I
Back
clicked
again, and Val just figured out his camera after the 12th episode of When Will We Pod podcast.
We back.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Hey, we in here, man.
And
we
if you
were
notice, we wearing the same clothes because we just finished the podcast. If you've seen the last
we
one.
out here. We're putting in the work. If you watch the last one also, you understand it's about that grind. We fall in love with the process, not the product. You know 100. What I'm saying? But we were just talking about, and we getting straight into it, man, because we got some things to talk about. Aliens, Cat Williams, the Epstein list, the list goes on. But right now we got to talk about that rolling tide waters that is Alabama and Mr. Heartbreak over here. Go ahead, Val.
So first of all, if y'all don't know, I reside in Alabama, so I bleed crimson all the way down. Lord. So with that being said, I'm not no bandwagon. I'm not no one of these fools that, I want to be in Alabama. And I ain't no hater either, because there's a bunch of haters out there because we've been on top for way too long. But hey,
yes, you have. You said it.
It is what it is. It is what.
No.
So that, as we all kind of found out yesterday morning, I believe it was, Mr. Nick Saban has shed a tear, man.
Oh God.
Yeah. Nick Saban, the GOAT, undisputed GOAT of college football coaching, has retired.
Yeah.
Alabama's now second GOAT, because the one behind that, we all know, the Bear. Hey, we just breed them out here. But we're talking about who just replaced him, and it's Washington's head coach. I don't even know the dude's name.
How do you feel about that though, Val? Do you think that he should have came back and tried to redeem himself? He doesn't have to redeem himself. Man. I don't even know about him, but do you think he should have just came back and tried to win one more and then retire, or you think it was a good time?
So the reason that he posted up and said why he's retiring, he said this last season, which just goes to speak numbers to his coaching and his actual personality and who he is as a coach. He said, this last season took too much out of me. He's 72 years old now.
Yeah.
And he just said, if I can't give my basically full effort into the full season,
it's time to go.
He said there's no good time to retire, but he said this is the right time. So, and hey, look, I commend Coach Saban to the fullest of what he has done for the Alabama program. I have no hatred or hey, he left us, anything like that, because this man did everything for Alabama. And I say that it's not. Because you look at Alabama before Saban came here, people didn't even want Saban here. For the first 2 or 3 years, people were yelling at it. Like, we don't do, who is this dude? But how he's turned around the program, how he's picked it up and made it into the dynasty and legacy that it is today. And we'll see what it goes on the next 10 years. Of course, it's not going to be another one.
Downhill climb, baby. I love it.
But
dethrone, baby. Get him out of here. Let's go, Clemson. C-L-E-M-S. Oh, yeah, Dabo. Fight, Tigers, fight, Tigers, fight, fight, fight. Let's go, baby.
This dude. Oh, Doug's been to some games.
No, man. You know I went to Clemson. So,
okay.
Man, that's my jam, bro. So, hey, man, look. Hey, I'm going to give credit where credit is due, bro. Alabama is the powerhouse when it comes to college football. There's no disputing that. But, bro, I mean, what would you expect, bro? Like
it's all got to end sometime, man.
Yeah, man. And again, this man's 72, bruh. Mm-hmm. This man's been great forever. Like I said before we started, Nick Saban and Alabama are synonymous. Like it is cultivated. It is corroborated with winning. Like that is the tradition that is Alabama. So I feel sorry for the Washington head coach. One, because he's showing he not loyal. That's sad, bro. You make it to the championship game and then you gonna bolt, bruh? Don't get me wrong. Alabama is the pinnacle job to have. Like in college football, I would say that's the number one spot to be. Like where else would you want to be? So from a job standpoint, I get the Washington's coach's decision. But bro, you was just in the championship game. And you just gonna leave? Bro, I bet that paycheck gonna look crazy though.
Sound like he got that KD blood in him.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey, these suckers ain't loyal. They ain't loyal, man. Mm-hmm. But again, man, I think it's about the money though, bro. NILs are real, man. And if you can bring in more money, the school is happy. So you know, Nick Saban staying on as a whatever he's gonna take on as a role, it only bodes well for Alabama in the future. I mean, Saban, he might not be coaching, but his name carries weight. Saban's still there? Yeah, he's still here. So
and that's like what we were saying. It's going to go in and what I really like about him staying is going to go into a smooth transition from. Yeah. I don't think it's just going to. Saban's gone. We're done. Like right. it's gonna go into a smooth transition. Can Alabama still win without Saban? Can Alabama still stay on top? Can they do that? And Saban can still guide a little bit from the backgrounds and be like, hey, look, I didn't do this. He did this. And this is where it's going from. But hey, we all know who's gonna be in the background looking over him. Man, though, it's a for Alabama fans everywhere. I mean, in all honesty, I would say. Hopefully everybody, and it's just like what I say about being able to grow up and watch Kobe Bryant, being able to, even though a lot of people don't like LeBron, being able to, you are watching Tom Brady, you are watching in real time the greatest to ever do it.
I was very spoiled as a Laker fan.
That's amazing to see. Like Michael Jordan was a little bit like, I was still young when Michael Jordan was doing his thing. Like I remember watching some old games, maybe when I was like 5 or something like that, right, in '95 and stuff like that, or watching clips or the great shots and stuff that he made. But we were actually like getting to see the greatest on different platforms to ever do their thing, man, and it's crazy. And there'll be another great, but as of right now, nah.
I don't know about college football at all, but I understand. Being a Laker fan, I was very spoiled, so I understand how you know what you're talking about being an Alabama fan. I don't even know how many times they won. Like I literally know none of that, but man, I understand being spoiled as a fan for sure.
They won too many times.
Yeah, they did a stat thing, and I think out of the 17 years that Saban was there, he lost 29 games.
Which is unheard of.
Dang,
that's crazy.
However many they run a season, I'd say 200 to 300.
At least 10,
somewhat.
Right?
Hey, 10
shout out to the
10
scout.
to 14.
Shout out to the scouting team too.
10 to 14, somewhere in there.
Shout out to the scouting team too, because
you know what the scouting team is called? Scouting team is called. My name is Nick Saban, and I can give you some money under the table. You don't get that good of a program if you ain't throwing some money at these kids, man. Somehow freshmen showing up with Lambos before NIL deal. That's
wait for that
fishy,
30 for 30.
Hey, oh my God, the 30 for 30, the 30 for 30 on Saban is gonna be crazy, bro.
That will be. It will.
Yeah.
He did a documentary already a while back. It was good. I remember it, but man, though, yeah, it's crazy.
Well,
dude.
All right, man.
Well, from one goat to another, Bill Belichick is also hanging it up. Like so, but see, like when it comes to NFL, man, it's so different though, man. It's so different because Bill Belichick is, it's awesome, man. He's great. But at the same time, man,
a lot of taint on that name a little bit.
It's the Patriots, man. Like, that's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
If it ain't Tom Brady, it ain't gonna happen.
Plus all the other stuff.
So here's the debate. Was and a question to ask since we're on this. Was it Bill Belichick just the greatest coach? Or was it Tom Brady?
Man, it was Tom Brady.
Well, Tom Brady left and did it a couple more times in Tampa.
Yeah.
So.
Yes,
it was Tom Brady.
Now, Bill Belichick did win before Tom Brady with who's the dude that came in?
Drew
Bledsoe? Was it Bledsoe?
Yeah, Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, Bledsoe. So they kind of did.
He didn't win no Super Bowl though.
Oh, he didn't. I thought he won.
The Packers beat them. That was Brett Favre.
Okay.
Brett Favre.
Oh yeah, dude.
Brett Favre. But then Drew came back, but Tom took Drew's spot, and that's what that starts the lore that is Tom Brady. He took over Drew's spot because Drew got hurt. Tom comes in, Tom wins, and the rest is history. But I 1000% say it's Tom Brady. Yeah. Like it's
I agree. I think it is.
It's like baseball. Baseball is you can have subpar players at every other position besides pitcher. A pitcher can make or break a team. Mm-hmm. Like if you got an ace of a pitcher, they can strike out 9 in a row. They threw 9 Ks up. The game's over. Didn't have to have nobody else's help. But in football, it's hard to say Tom Brady was that. But in the same sense, Tom Brady is commanding that offense. Tom Brady is the one throwing these touchdowns. Tom Brady is the one getting all these, passing yards. His receivers have always been, like, outside of Gronkowski, who was a mainstay for Tom Brady. He has had multiple receivers that he has made look like Tom Brady introduces the slot receiver because of Wes Welker.
Pinpoint accuracy, bro.
Tom, it. But again, it goes to talk about what we were talking about the last podcast. Tom falls in love with the process. It ain't about the end result. It's about how am I getting there?
Like Kobe,
Tom,
like MJ,
Tom, like 78 years old himself. And he out there throwing dots, bro. Like it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Speaking of GOATs, I just seen Joe Montana was a speaker at the event that I went to. My guy Joe.
But I had the biggest smile on my face when I seen him on the couch, bro. Hey.
Yeah, man. Hey, and Joe's looking good, man, for his age. Did you know that Joe Montana has 757 businesses, bro, that he's involved in?
That's crazy.
Insane. That's why he was there. Yeah, man. And because I guess they were talking backstage and everyone was talking about, I got this many businesses and this many businesses. And they're talking about like 100 businesses, whatever. And Joe's like, yeah, I got like 657. And they're like, God damn, Joe.
Yeah. He got all the bread.
Yeah, he specializes. He invests in startup companies. So.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, that's his thing.
I got you.
What do you think about the Jameis Winston thing?
Oh, what is that? What happened?
You didn't see him playing against the Falcons, running it in the end zone on a victory formation. Did you see that?
No.
No. Okay. So, all right. So
Jameis Winston, bro.
Yeah, so, and I say him. He ended up saying it was the whole team that voted. So in the last Sunday, like that's their final deadline to, I think, meet their bonus goals. Like if they hit many touchdowns, so many reception yards, they get an extra bonus or whatever. Right, well, I think the running back, and I don't know who their running back is, needed a touchdown or some more yards or something like that. I guess a touchdown to get his, I think is what was kind of the play behind it, which I get. But they were playing against the Falcons. They threw a pass got it down to like the 4-yard line or so, down goal line. And their coach told them, hey, victory formation, kneel it in the game. They were up by 20 or 30 points, something like that. So they were up, and then they all go up to the thing. They get in victory formation, and they run it and score another touchdown on them. Bro, dude, they got the Falcons coach got so heated after, because right after that happened, the game was over. It was like a few seconds. So the game's over. The Falcons coach goes over there. You can see him like cussing out the other coach and stuff like that. And then he's like, dude, I didn't. You can see him saying, I didn't tell him to do that. So what does that say as a coach? That your players don't listen to you, and that you got a quarterback that's doing undermining, bro. Like
the players are just the QB.
Well, okay, so this is what
all of them had to agree to it.
Yeah, this is what he said at the end. It was a collective decision. The QB, Jameis Winston, said it was a collective decision to do this. But you're the fucking captain, dude. You are the one running this squad. You decided to tell them to do this, so you are directly going against what your coach said to do. And on top of that, the sportsmanship that you're showing against and this was the big thing. If you're going to sit there and say I'm going to run the ball, line up in an I formation and say I'm running the ball, not a victory formation and say I'm about to kneel this ball. Oh, psych, we're going to score another touchdown on you.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So many things go through my head on that, man. And it's like, it's a sign of the times. There is no order, man. It's chaotic. There is no directive that is being followed. And the directive that has been henceforth set doesn't matter, because we're going to do what we want to do. And that it speaks volume to not just a football game, but our society in general. There's no order in terms of, man, TikTok runs amok. TikTok trends rule the day. When there's a new TikTok trend, everybody's clamoring to do it, no matter if somebody says you shouldn't do that. No, I'm going to do it anyway, because that's the nature of the day, to be the like me and Louis was talking about in the last podcast, to have a leader mindset while being a follower, because that's what it is. I'm going to do what I want, and I'm going to show the world that you can't control me, no matter the influence or impact that it has, or the unspoken words that you're speaking. I don't care what you say. We decided it's going to be like this, but that's everywhere, though, Val. That's why I say it's a sign of time. When you talk about last year, January 6th, it doesn't matter if it's a rule that you shouldn't march on Capitol. We're gonna do it anyway, because that's what we're gonna do, whether you like it or not. And then to line up in victory formation. I've already thought about how I'm going to get over on you. Like it was premeditated. Mm-hmm. That's psychopathic.
I think some things have a valid reason to go against, in
rebellion
general.
Is in our nature.
And there's good reason for some things, but I'll say one thing. They ain't doing that to Bill Belichick. They ain't doing that to Phil Jackson, which is a totally different sport. But at these head coaches that have that demand that, they got that respect. Like, they ain't even got to ask for it. Mm-hmm. I don't even know who the coach is, but they ain't doing it to these top level coaches. I'll tell you that much. So when you were saying that, I agree. In some situations, like the day and age that we have changed, and that I see younger people changing, I see some good with it, but I also see some very, very bad with it as well. Because as a society, there needs to be some kind of order. There needs to be some kind of control. But at the same time,
in the direction that our leadership.
Yeah, the order is not right.
Yeah, that's not right. It's good to have that mindset that you have some younger that I see younger people, and because you always see the older, like the parents or the grandparents, they followed the order, they led in the order, they stayed in the circle. But now you see these younger people, and they're like, "No, I don't care what you say." And I think it's because we've got the internet. We've got so much more information at our fingertips that we can they can sit there and say, "You're wrong." No,
breaking away from the conditioning.
Yeah. So
exactly.
There is some good and there's a lot of bad, man.
And so we talked about this last time.
Here we go.
It's the conditioning, right? It's the conditioning of our mindsets that we've been conditioned to believe is right versus their mindset. Because this is the thing that always gets me when somebody says that is younger. Everybody always hates on the younger generation, but it's the older generation that ushered this in.
Exactly. Yes.
Like cracks where kids fall through were created. Somebody had to create them. So we can always say, man, the youth, they just crazy. We've allowed them to be crazy.
Who was the parents?
We've created such culture. So when we talk about that, like we say, like we are in the instantaneous generation of if I need it, I can get it right now. The information is at my fingertips, literally. But we created that. That's what we said we wanted, and now we have it. It's like AI. We created it, saying we wanted it, but now look where we are. AI, give it another week. I'm telling you, man.
Hey, man, I'll say this. Tupac had a very interesting quote. He had a lot, but one of the things that he said one time is like, if you lock us out, you know, and it's like a see-through door. We could see you on the other side eating and having a party and having a great time, and you're just living it up. And we're outside starving, and we could see it, and you ain't letting us in. We're gonna knock and ask politely at first, like, "Hey, can we get some of that?" And you still don't let us in. A couple weeks go by, a couple months. We're gonna knock a little louder. Hey, you know, we're hungry. Like, let us in. You know, a couple little more time goes on. We're banging on the door. You know, we're starving. We need in. Little more time, we're kicking the door down, coming in, blasting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is, bro. And at the end of the day, evil has been in control for a very long time. And, you know, there's only so long that can stay in control. And at the end of the day, bad stuff is going to happen, bro. I think they're not going to lose control without a fight. So there's going to be a civil war, in my opinion. And that's the only way that it can go. Because everything is divided.
Well, look at it, man. Like the Revolutionary War was a revolution. It had to happen.
Yeah,
that's the thing. And I've told y'all, I just call it. I don't know if it's a civil war. I don't know if it's a Revolutionary War that's coming. Yeah, I don't know if it's war. But event A will take place because I feel like we're coming to a precipice of push and pull, tug and you know what I'm saying, smash. And it's like, but in the same sense, like I just said, we created it. I don't blame any one particular person, one particular group. It is a collective agreement. Just like James Winston said, it was a collective agreement that we created the victory formation. Yeah. We have collectively, verbally, non-verbally, consciously, subconscious, we have agreed to what we experience in our days. Because if not, we wouldn't be doing it. Yeah. Are there some of us that disagree? Yeah. But we live in a majority rule society. So whatever the nature of the majority says, that's what people are doing. Mm-hmm. Like it's crazy because like you said, Val, we grew up different. It was different back then. but it's not back then. It's right now. And right now, boy, hey, they out here, boy. They out. Hey, let one of my triplets try that mess.
Yeah, boy.
One of my triplets try that mess. Hey, because I mean, you gotta take control, man. You gotta be in charge. You gotta be a leader. And that's what we were talking about before you got in here, Val. This sense of masculinity leadership. Not to say that females can't be leaders, but leadership has, quote unquote, always been a masculine trait. But that is being stripped away, and that is something that isn't commonplace, because the nature of the day is to follow. We literally are telling our watchers and our viewers and our listeners to subscribe to us. We want you to follow us versus stand on your own too. Do your own thing. Listen to yourself and be the leader that you literally were born to be. But that's not the notion. That's not the rhetoric these days, man.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't have too much more to say on that topic. We speak about it all the time, and you pretty much said it how it is. And it kind of segues perfectly into the topic at hand with Cat Williams, man, and him keeping it real on all, you know what I'm saying? Leading the way. Because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Everybody's scared to say it how it is. So, but one thing I do have to ask y'all though: should we do it on this one, or should we start a whole new? Because that was a whole podcast we just did too.
We can do that too. Because I mean, that was good too.
That was a whole podcast,
we can do that and just chop it up, and then we put that one out too the next day.
Yeah.
Hey, we can do that. Hey, so all right, Val, get us. Well, listen, before we start the next one, I need to go put these babies to sleep. It's gonna take me no later than 8:45.
Okay.
Can y'all get back at 8:45?
I can.
Well, 7:45 for you, Val.
Yeah, that should be good. I know.
That's 20 minutes, right?
Yeah. Because I'm gonna go up there right now and put them to sleep.
All right.
And then, I mean, I might be back before then too. I just said no later than 8:45.
All right.
Because if not, y'all gonna see my wife come down here with a damn butcher's knife and goddamn put it in my back. So I want to live.
And we're gonna need some more time to talk about these next topics.
Yeah. Because they're gonna be big. So Val, get us a last minute. And then we're gonna
get me to get you a last minute.
Yeah. Bro. Hey, you was the last one in here. Come on.
Let me see. I'm looking some questions up. I don't even know.
I have one if you can't think of one.
You got one? If you already got one, then
pop it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay,
Get the minute ready.
Oh yeah. Here's a quick one, and I wish the other guys were here too, because this is one that would they would like, but. It is what it is. All right, we're going to start it right now.
Let's get it.
1, 2, 3.
You are now
if you could choose to be any anime character, who would you be? Doug.
You got it, Val.
Bro, so I'm not versed in it, but I mean, I just got to pick Goku, bro. Like, that's the only one that I can come off the top of my head and say... We gonna be balling out, Goku, bro.
Woo! Hey, man, I'd say Naruto, just because, bruh, ain't nobody beat Naruto at his finest, bro. Naruto. Oh,
I haven't seen too many animes. I've only seen Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. And I think I am going to have to go with Naruto as well, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like Sasuke too, but I think I might
like, comment, and subscribe. That's the last minute. All right, we're gonna stop that one. Oh, they gonna be pissed. They gonna be pissed if they missed that one.
Yeah,
because they the big anime people.
Yeah, they're the ones.